fight. We don't have to kill. Everybody in the whole wide world really just needs to chill. No, we don't have to fuss, no, no, no. We don't have to fight. The way some people are treating each other is keeping me up all night. We got government corruption.
Here's my first note here. Your first guest coming up is someone I don't know extremely well, but I would still consider us friends. A very funny dude. You might know him as 1/3 of Ruckus Productions. Anybody?
No one.
No? Well, I like it. Alongside Liam Rado and Logan Brown, I'm talking about Kia Mazar.
How am I going to compete with the body break guys? Shit.
They are really lovely people.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you for coming, man.
Of course, dude. I'm happy you finally had me on. Thanks for saving me.
Do you remember how we met?
Oh, yeah. I'd love to just...
It's a little embarrassing for me to know.
Yay!
We met in a bathroom.
We met in a bathroom.
Not as exciting as it sounds.
Physically, and then an online beef.
Yeah,
that I asked,
beef's a strong word.
Beef was definitely a strong word, but I actually, we were talking about this on the way here. I'm like, I wonder if this is going to come up. So I'm glad this is the first thing we're talking about. This is actually fantastic.
Well, you were running like a weed comedy show.
And I was also a baby.
Yeah, we were both just getting into it, and I couldn't believe there was a weed comedy show that I wasn't on.
Yeah.
And I kind of resented you.
Hey, no,
wrongly.
you know what? I admired the effort. I was like, oh, that's what it takes to get into a show. He kept messaging me every week, like, listen, check this out, what I can do. And he's talented. I was like, fuck, I want to put this on the show, but there's some other people I gotta...
Was that jerk off?
In the metaphorical, sense, yeah. Because they had me on their shows, and now finally I'm producing my shows. I'm like, I gotta give their shows.
Yeah.
And then one day I was like, hey, dude, I really admire your efforts. I just gotta book these other people. And you're like, it's your fucking ego.
Did I go that far? Oh my God.
I don't know if you said fucking, but it definitely said ego.
I said ego? Oh, God, I feel like it did.
And then you blocked me.
I blocked you. Oh, I was butthurt. I don't know what to say.
That's okay. That's okay. But then when you saw me, you were like, you shook my hand. You're like, I'm sorry. I'm like, yeah, it's a lot. You know.
I think a lot of people don't know that comics are, a lot of us at least, very insecure people, especially when we're just starting out. It's not the easiest thing to kind of throw yourself into.
Oh yeah.
Well, my very first notes regarding you, I have tree planting adventures and psychedelics, and then I got an arrow from both saying connected.
Yeah, so that explains all of this. If you haven't, if you were wondering, yeah, tree planting and psychedelics.
So tell me, some of the craziest shit that happened to you while you were tree planting. I saw a picture of you chained in a hole.
That wasn't tree planting. That was
that wasn't protesting.
That was protesting the look. Okay, look at me.
Doesn't know what he was protesting.
No, I was. It was protesting the old growth forest. It's just funny saying it in a shirt and a.
Yeah, you don't look like the
type. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Oh, the hair still does a lot.
Yeah, I know, it's still there.
So protesting them trying to cut down,
yeah,
you were protesting the forest.
No, we hate the forest.
Yeah, fuck these trees.
The forest. Cut them down, I can't see the views! No, it was in BC, and it was the Fairy Creek. Anyone remember Fairy Creek? Yeah.
Okay.
We went there.
And
then, yeah, it was just a quick rundown of what happened was some white dude with some money offered it to the indigenous people living in the land, and they're like, cool. They gave them like $20,000, and they were like making millions. I think everyone was like, okay, that's not cool. Like, at least like give them some money. And there was like this whole thing, how about we don't cut down our trees? And then when I was tree planting, I was out there, and like the sky was red, it was smoky, and it was quiet because there was no animals around. They were just like had to leave. I was like, oh fuck.
Dead from the smoke.
What am I gonna do? And my friend's like, we should go fight police. I'm like, sounds good. Like, that's such a great idea. And so we did.
And were the psychedelics involved in that at all?
I did not take psychedelics there. It was already a very high stress situation.
Okay,
I'd
probably
say.
For the best, yeah.
If I smoke a cigarette now, I'll get sick if I just like smoke it like right away. There, I smoked a pack a day happily.
crazy.
It's crazy what the body will take. Like, yeah, I was smoking.
Was that just because everyone else was smoking?
Yeah, no, it was no, everyone else was smoking. The stress levels. So basically, what we would do is we set up these blocks, and so these blocks, the our CMP couldn't go through. Maybe there's like a huge hole that you made or barricade, and there's soft blocks where like a quick bulldozer can go through, and a hard block is when you have like these 6 foot tall things that people like put themselves on, or like the trees, or the one that I was in was the 6 foot hole across the road. It's
like a grave.
Yeah, basically. I don't know, it's metaphorical and fun. Basically, you put it on the dirt road, and then you tie yourself. They dig a hole and put a PVC pipe in it with a cement on the end where you can latch a little chain to it. Are you guys having fun?
Yeah. Very informative.
Wow. And it's called the dragon. So you clip yourself into the dragon, and then what you are basically in the bottom of the hole, but your arm is also in this hole tied. And then, so when the police come in, they're like, how the fuck are we gonna get this guy out of here? So as long as you're in there, we wear diapers. As long as you're in the hole, you are in there, you stay, unless like it starts flooding, we stay in there as much as we can. Thankfully, I didn't have to shit myself.
Oh, God.
I stayed there for a week, spent 3 days in the hole, but got to leave like in and out. But yeah,
I'm starting to realize why psychedelics. This would have been a bad trip.
Yeah, it's already a trip enough.
The police will be here soon. It's all the things you don't want when you're high on like shrooms or something.
Yeah, exactly. And then yeah, it was. They call it the dragon because when they finally spend hours trying to excavate all around you, it's basically just a waste time for everybody. When they until the contract gets there's a lot of shit that happens, but there's still so much money. It's still happening there still.
Oh shit.
You
were there during the pandemic?
Yeah. I was there during the pandemic, and then So when they excavate you and then they finally get you out, they have to get like a saw to get you out, and when they do, the sparks fly, and that's why they call it the dragon.
Oh, to cut the chain.
They cut the chain, and there's a lot. They have to go through a fucking lot, and it's just it's crazy. You build this weird relationship with like the cop that's like been taunting you for a few days, but you know you're not gonna give, and he knows you're not gonna give. At this point, you guys are just like at work. You know what I mean? Like
playful.
Yeah, I always said, I'm like, hey, dude, you know we're both kind of doing this for our kids, right? I'm like, you're working here, so you can feed them, and I'm here so they can breathe. So, but like, we're having a good time, right? Yeah, it was interesting.
So during the tree planting, though, I saw that you did an outdoor drag show.
Yeah,
I wanted to talk to you a little bit. What was that like?
That was.
And how did that? Who says that in the middle of the forest? Like, you know what we should do? You know what I have in the trunk?
A bunch
Some
of
nylons.
drunk tree planters. That's what.
So you guys put on a little runway show?
Yeah, we did. We got all the girls to dress us up, and we took their outfits. I took my girlfriend's outfit and put it on, and then it was fun. It was in Alberta, but the funny part
Not
was
the place you think you would see a drag
yeah, it was
show.
like deep in the forest too. It was deep in the forest. I'm a chameleon. I know how to navigate. It was deep in the forest, and then the property owners came to watch of like the tree. So they were Alberta folk. You know what I mean?
The hell is this?
Yeah, and then after they came out of it, they're actually like, you know, we're not used to this, but it was really funny. It was really good. So it was kind of heartwarming.
Yeah, that's great. People coming out of their shells a little bit.
Yeah, we had to get so drunk.
Well,
drag is harder than I thought.
I imagine, especially if you're drinking, trying to walk down the runway is not going to be easy.
Yeah, it was like a talent show.
Oh, you guys had to have a talent?
It was like a talent.
Okay, what was yours? Or can you say?
I can do this thing where I can have deep control of my diaphragm.
Oh.
So when
I thought you were going to say no gag reflex or something.
It's part of it.
My mom. That was my mom.
Do it. No, I can.
That's how you can tell if my mom's attracted to you.
I can breathe out.
Do it. Maybe you'll take his shirt off. You got a Lenny Kravitz vibe.
I do a strip joker show, ruckus comedy. Yeah, it's okay, this is gonna be so weird. Anyways, I breathe out and I suck my diaphragm up, and then basically you can see my rib cage. I suck it. Like you see some
your rib
yogis
ball.
do it. It's called a vacuum for anyone who
Yeah.
spends too much time looking at bodybuilding videos on YouTube. Sorry, that was too personal.
This is the talent, though? So
Yeah, anyways, and then I lied on my back, and then I poured cereal into it with milk. And I hate it.
That's awesome.
Crazy. Yeah.
I'm guessing you do that on the regular now, probably at home.
At home?
If you don't want to get up or something.
Yeah, no, I get paid.
Some
I get paid
crisp
to do it on my
bits
OnlyFans. So that's not a bad idea, actually.
Well, we touched on nudity, though, but you are, from what I've seen, someone who is pretty comfortable with their body and getting a little bit naked, right?
Yeah, I spent a year in Australia, and I spent it with some. I know you're not supposed to. This is the nicest way of saying it. Gypsies. I spent like 6 months with people who didn't give a fuck. Nudity was pretty chill in some parts of Australia, especially like the rainforest parts and the Daintree. So.
Isn't there like a million things that could bite you in the wrong spot, though?
You'd think, and I was okay. Actually, I got bit more in the balls tree planting by a mosquito than I have in anything when I was out in Australia.
That's gotta suck. And then you're itching and everyone thinks you have crabs.
Well, you probably do. You're sleeping with girls on a tree planting camp too.
Touche.
No, you're gonna have to remind me what we were talking about.
Nudity and...
Before we continue, Brian, it's good to finally see you in person. I've seen a couple episodes. I wanted to bring you a blunt, but we couldn't get to the reservations in time. But I will definitely make sure he goes one.
You don't want to see my dad hit a blunt.
Do you mostly vape? Or do you know?
No, he's not. No.
No, I'm kind of pure.
They bought it.
Your voice does sound pure, though. Like I love it when you just like come into the episode.
You're making me blush.
Both your parents do? Yeah.
Oh, man.
You don't want to see them on weed, though. I made a weed cake for. I think we talked about this on the podcast, but I made a weed cake once when they were saying, it's legal now. We want to try it. I gave this guy the smallest piece, which he will tell you was the biggest piece ever.
It was huge.
It wasn't.
It was huge.
No, it wasn't. Anyways, within 5 minutes, he said, I need to go lie down. And he completely ditched my mom, who had also eaten the piece of cake. And neither of them had any cannabis in their system for like 20 years. So yeah, my dad just went and lied down for the entire night. And my mom reverted to like a 16-year-old version of herself. And my wife and I just took care of her. That was really fun, to be honest. She was hilarious, but...
All I have to say is it's not your father's THC. I was fine back in the day, but stuff today.
Yeah, you need that $3 Mexican garbage
Was it a good
bag.
time? Or was it just like, I gotta work through this?
I actually had the spins almost.
Yeah, I thought he threw up. I'm pretty sure he was barfing.
That was an
It was
OT.
not-
No, I didn't.
That's OT.
I didn't barf.
Oh, you didn't? It was instantaneous, though. I remember you were like,
No,
let's do this.
No, I had a good half hour, and then I got really hungry, and I ate a bunch of other stuff, and then I didn't feel so good, so I went upstairs.
You know what?
It's just a normal Saturday night.
You know what bad stoner friends will tell you, no, dude, that just means your tolerance got better. Now you can smoke more. It's a fucking disaster. Yeah.
I want to comment on your hair because I've always loved your hair.
Yeah.
And I want to hear from you. What are we thinking? White guys with dreads? Is it cool vibes or a little bit of too much cultural appropriation?
I have a joke about this, and it's don't ask me questions I don't want to know the answer to. No, okay.
Well, when I think of white guy dreads, I instantly can smell like a faint smell of bong water and Doritos.
Yeah, it's poor hygiene, THC, not doing your taxes. I know what it's like. No, that's when I was in Australia. There's a lot of white dudes with dreads.
Oh.
I'm from Iran, so I'm not even half black. So
You can pull it off, though.
So yeah, thanks. Yeah. So I feel like I'm not the one who has the final say, but there's so much bigger picture shit to worry about than what a fucking guy. Like I see people arguing about this on Facebook, and I go, this is the paragraph you decided to write. Is about how white women shouldn't wear braids for a rave. Bro, it's fine. They look good. But I'm not the one who should be making the final decision on that. But I think there's more important things to worry about than. I think we should have fun sharing culture.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
To a degree. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was not running away with it.
feel like I'm doing a Netflix special. Now there's some about other stuff I agree, you guys agree with me. Yeah, that was it. It was just,
How long did it take you to get those?
this
You do like the honey and everything?
honey.
Yeah, I knew a girl, maybe because she was white, she couldn't get that kind of thing going on, so she would take like beeswax or honey or something.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Okay,
kinda.
one thing I will say, honey doesn't go bad,
True, yeah.
but
Yeah, you told me
that's crazy.
that. It was a little
No,
weird,
I
yeah.
didn't decide to have dreads. When I was out in Australia, it was like the humidity, I have very, very curly hair. The humidity and the salt water just kind of put it together, and a pretty hippie girl told me to just keep ripping them apart. And like to the length I like, because they were clumping into their own thing, and if I didn't keep ripping them apart like every day, they could have clumped into one giant thing.
I see guys like that, and it's pretty gross. And they smell usually too.
And they just-
There's this one guy on the bus, he's got like a big giant clump.
I think there's one guy in Ottawa.
You know him, Doc.
I know. I have conversations.
He
with
wears like
this
a
guy.
Rasta hat.
He told me. Why did I start a conversation with him? I don't know, dude. When you smoke weed outside of your workplace, and that's the only guy, you're like, what's up? He told me he made Facebook, so that's really cool. Mark Zuckerberg fucked. That was one of the twins that Mark Zuckerberg fucked up.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm very lucky, and normally this would take somebody like 8 years to grow. This is 5 years, 4 years.
Wow.
Damn, it's still a lot of commitment.
Yeah.
Kudos.
Thanks.
Well, that looked fantastic.
Thanks.
I want to know, because ruckus can get pretty vulgar, pretty nasty,
Yeah.
very sexual.
Yeah.
But something tells me there's a romantic buried deep in there. Is there any truth to that?
Yeah, I'm proud to say that I'm a good boyfriend.
Are you really?
I'm a good boyfriend. Yeah.
Is
yeah.
that just
I'm
something
like
you just said?
confident. Maybe I'm a narcissist, but I've also asked my girlfriend just to make
Okay,
sure,
okay, you've got
and then she's
feedback.
like, "No, you're not." But yeah,
Right on.
I
Well,
think she's being honest. Yeah.
do you have a question? I know you prepared some stuff for each person.
Yes, I do. I watched an interview you had a while ago, and you talked a lot about different sorts of drugs that you've tried and all that sort of stuff. And my question simply is, what is your favorite drug and why?
LSD.
But I was going to add that maybe if you have a story,
Yeah.
some crazy story that pertains to that, that'd be great.
Oh, I don't know if I have a general story, because the thing is, a fun story is when shit goes wrong. It goes right every time, dude. Like, I feel like Willy Wonka, and you were walking into my chocolate factory, you know, and I was swinging my cane, taking you down through rabbit holes and shit. Like, one thing I love about LSD is it's 8 hours long.
I heard 12 sometimes.
12 sometimes. That's the
Yes.
best stuff. Let me know if you ever come across that. That'd be nice.
That's a commitment, though.
It is a commitment. That's why I like going to raves. That's why I'm going. Actually, Friday I'm going to a place called Shambhala, where.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Yeah. So basically, you drive in. They confiscate all of your alcohol, but you put all of your drugs on the passenger side of the car seat. And if it looks like a sellable amount you're trying to sell, they'll try to seize it. If it looks like it's a personal amount, they'll let you have it.
Like float on through, bro.
Yeah, and then like that's pretty much it. And LSD is the biggest one, and then it just it's long enough. It opens you up. I feel like I can tell the smallest thing. I can tell in how a person's feeling. I feel like a fucking psychic.
You're an
It's
empath.
crazy.
Well,
and
it's
I don't
self-awareness
listen.
too, right?
I'm very skeptical about all that shit. I don't believe in a lot of I'm like 1 foot into the spiritual world, but I'm telling you, LSD is good stuff. The government should have kept using it for mind control. They could have really got somewhere.
The 70s or something, the CIA was doing something.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, we're out of time. We got to keep an eye on that. We're about right. So, unless there's anything you want to talk about before you go?
No, can I plug Ruckus Comedy?
Of course, yeah.
Ruckus Comedy. We also have a podcast, and we do Strip Joker, where if a comedian doesn't make you laugh, they take off a piece of clothing. I play music. It's really fun. We have themes every time, and then we also do Crowd vs. Comics, where you actually get prizes to heckle us, and we try to fight you back. Yeah, ruckuscomedy.com. .ca. Sorry, don't go .com. It's a weird website. yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for having me.
Oh, thank you so much for coming up. Yeah. right, well, you guys ready for the next one? Yeah. Okay, I gotta get the right notes here. Boom. Color-coded.
Yeah.
Well, the next guest is another guy I don't know that well, but I have laughed quite a bit when I've seen him on stage. He co-produces a great indie room with Dylan Parker at Poor Boy. He's also a skilled cartoonist, which is something I'm very eager to talk to him about, and one of the best damn roast comics you will ever see. I'm talking about Jeff Davis.
Yeah.
I realize an actor will probably stand up for
Yes, show the respect.
Apologies, Kia, that I didn't get up.
Look at these nice chairs.
These are straight from the podcast.
This is a real Oprah Winfrey one-on-one interview. Oh,
We're gonna get deep, yeah. How are you doing?
that's too deep. Please, a little lighter. Much too deep.
I think you're another guy that I've met in bathrooms a lot. I feel like.
Don't tell them about that.
Okay.
That's my
That's our
business.
special secret. Well, I really want to know how you got into roasts. Because you are one of the best roasters.
I don't know because I don't consider myself like a mean person.
No, you seem very nice.
But I know how to be mean. I know what society dictates upon people, and I have a little fun with that. I don't believe it, but I know how to make it funny.
All in good fun, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, was there a specific time when you were younger where you remember your first like really good burn on somebody that maybe sparked that?
I was
fire?
a sensitive little fat kid. Holy shit. I think
Like when
it
did
was
that
just,
defense mechanism kick in?
it kicked in at some point because honestly, the worst part about bullying was how unfunny they were. I'm like, you can make fun of me for being fat, but for God's sakes, put something into it. Let's go, let's do it.
Well, have you ever found a roast about you that you absolutely love that knocked all the other ones out?
Oh, I mean, there has to be. I forget them pretty quick. That's a good thing about roasts. Don't let them fester in your head.
Yeah, let them
Don't
roll
let them,
off.
don't let them sit in your head.
It's true, I don't think I can do it.
99% fat jokes, which don't bother me anymore.
Well, I've heard a lot of that in your own sets. You
Yeah, I know. I'm better at it. Yeah. Yo, I'm fat. Yeah, well, listen to this 6 minutes. Fatter than you could ever imagine.
And I'm sure the roast is part of that when people try to work like actual food roasts into roast jokes. That must come up a lot.
I'll walk off the stage if they do a roast as a food. Oh my god.
That's so cliche.
Some lady tried a, you know the run in your family joke? No one runs in Jeff's family. I was gonna punch her in the tits. Don't give me that hack shit.
Oh man. And have you ever done a roast that was so harsh that it actually temporarily like fractured a friendship? Where somebody didn't handle it well, and you just burn them too?
When they don't handle it well, they kind of pretend they handle it well, and I look into their eyes and I'm like, no. I can tell I heard shit. They come up to me and like, good one, Jeff. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I've got a couple. I talked about a lady's,
No, I don't know.
Well, I don't want to say it because it's on camera.
Oh, sorry.
But you know how like, never mind.
You can elaborate for sure. I mean, no censorship here.
It's just, I went deep on her on something personal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Leave it at that.
And she
All
was
right.
like, good one, Jeff. I'm like, no, you hated it. I'm sorry.
Well, as long as you can apologize.
That's another thing. When I actually hurt someone's feelings, I break down. I don't
seem
go,
like-
fuck you, man. You're a comedian. I should be like, oh shit, I'm sorry.
No, you don't seem sinister at all. You seem like a big teddy bear.
Yeah, I'm a big teddy bear with
get that a
some
lot.
emotional problems. But overall, I'm still a teddy bear.
Well, did you have a good upbringing? Like, where do you think those
I
emotional
did.
problems come from?
I had too good an upbringing.
Oh, I can relate.
Far
to
too
that.
many treats.
Oh.
My mom loved me a bit too much. Hey Jeff, want something to eat while dinner's being prepared?
Free dinner.
You better fucking believe it.
Well, I don't know if you can do something on the spot, but I wanted to ask you if you could roast me and or my dad. First thing that comes to mind. I don't know if I can.
It is fun seeing an old guy working the computer. Even if he knows what he's doing, he just doesn't look like he knows what he's doing. Oliver, where's the taskbar? Oh, I'm having war flashbacks. I can't do this. But I'm sure he knows what he's doing.
Oh yeah, he worked with computers his whole life, but
Oh, back when they were as big as this room in the 60s? With punch cards and shit?
I did punch cards.
Too real.
I rode a jalopy to work. I work with computers.
Yeah, that was really good. And I kind of don't want you to roast me.
Crank your car to work on a computer.
Or what do you got for me? I'm gonna.
You're too fucking normal and boring, dude.
Oh, okay, cool. I think I have a large head, like a Funko Pop. That's what I was gonna say.
I can say you have a small body. Your head is just fine.
I need to grow into it.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta thicken up. Well, I'm very, very interested in you as a cartoonist as well. I honestly do love your work. I've told you this before. Even though we don't know each other well, it's probably weird to get texts from me being like, your drawings are so good.
Oh, I'm so bad with that. I'm like, thanks. Click. Stay away from my phone for 6 hours.
You were the one, honestly, coming into tonight where I didn't know I was gonna go, because I'd be like, can't wait to see you, and he would just react with the thumbs up.
The thumbs up?
The thumb.
Oh, wow!
But is that not true that the thumbs up reaction it might as well be a middle finger, I feel like.
No!
No.
To me, when I
Relax!
see
It's fine. It's not that I don't like the talk, it's just, I don't have the energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I get that reaction from a lot of people, though, so maybe I have too much.
I like you.
Thank you.
Alright?
All right. Well, that was a nice moment.
This is so sweet.
In the world of cartooning, though, you have a lot of shows in general. I noticed that we both share that we absolutely love, like The Simpsons, the Drew Carey Show. Like,
Moon over Parma, bring my love to me tonight.
There you go.
First season theme song.
we're going bowling.
Blah, 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 blah,
Yeah, I don't know. Next part. They always had good theme songs, though. There was the Up
Every morning just to keep my job.
There you go. Has anyone seen the Drew Carey Show? Okay.
And there's a 5 o'clock girl who waits for
I know the melody, but not the words. I shouldn't have gone out this
Yeah,
time.
we can talk about that. I watched way too much TV as a kid. I watched shit I didn't like. I watched like Murphy Brown when I was 7 because I didn't want to go outside.
Yeah. Probably not. You weren't the demographic for that one.
I couldn't. I watched the fucking Sybil Shepherd show. I was still shitting in my pants. I couldn't get
Caroline in the City.
Yeah, she was a cartoonist.
Mm.
That's right.
Yeah, and there was another one about
Oh, all right.
Dave.
Caroline?
Are you here?
Hello.
There was another one about a guy who drew too. His name was Dave or something. He had a mullet and glasses. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
What was that called now? No.
Garfield.
No. It's animated. The Muppets is another one I noticed.
I love the Muppets.
Big fan. So, okay, with that in mind, is there a Muppet you relate to the most? And why?
I don't want to say Fozzie because I'm funnier than that loser.
Yeah, he's such a hack.
My favorite.
Shut the fuck
Yeah, what a asshole. What a hack. I mean, I liked Gonzo as a kid. I always went for like the weirdo character, the out of place character.
With the weird dick nose.
Weird dick. I had a weird dick nose when I was a kid. We all go through that stage of life.
You had the operation.
We have a curved dick nose.
It was a weird choice from the
I
department,
like Rizzo, the rat. He doesn't
Rizzo the
take
rat.
shit.
Oh, yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
All the band guys were always pretty cool.
Oh, Dr. Teeth's great. I love Dr. Teeth and
Yeah.
his friends.
The other ones?
Please. Dr. Teeth.
Oh!
Janice. Zoot. Animal.
Yes. Well, Animal, that's kind of easy.
Who's the with the mustache? Floyd Pepper.
I just gotta say, this guy looks like he could be in
He
the
looks
band.
like a trumpet. You look like Lips. The trumpet player. Played by Steve Whitmire.
Wow. You've been on the IMDb, Jesus.
No, I've lived a life.
Okay. Can you tell me what you think is the most underrated Simpsons character? And I also want to know if you can do any Simpsons impressions.
Underrated? I mean, they're all rated to me. I think I like Mo.
Mo.
Mo's a good guy.
Pretty classic, yeah.
I don't think I could do a, hey Homer, I'm Mo. There you go. I'm gonna kill myself. Hey Homer.
You captured the essence of his persona.
I'll do Barney. Hey Homer.
I think I can do Boney.
Boney? Boney Simpson?
No, I think I can do Barney though.
Hi Homer.
Is that? Yeah.
I think that's a good season 1 Barney.
Yeah. Can you do the burp?
I could do a 87 Homer. Hey, let's get some frosty chocolate milkshakes.
Walter Matthau.
I'm Walter Matthau. My fucking back hurts. God damn it. I gotta teach these little bastards how to play baseball. Kill me.
Yeah, I'm glad they changed that.
Bad News Bears?
No, I mean like the voice.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we were on Walter Matthau.
No, he's great. Dennis the Menace, please.
He's a menace. He's a little bastard.
He's always grumpy, that dude.
He looked
Grumpy old
just-
man.
Yeah, he looked just like my grandpa.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you ever tell your grandpa that? Or did he already know? He was well aware.
I said, Grandpa, you look like Walter Matthau. And went, shut the fuck up, you little fucking bastard. You're a menace.
Sounds like there was a lot of love there.
I love my grandpa.
But he didn't love you, or?
He's in love with me.
Okay.
He's obsessed with me.
Is he still with us?
He's around.
He's around, all right? He gets
Better watch
around.
out.
You said that like
He's
he
walking the
gets
streets. Watch the fuck out.
around. All right. I'll take your word for it. Although I don't know what he looks like, so I don't know how to watch out for him, really.
He looks like Walter Matthau. Are you listening? What kind of interview is this? What the fuck? I come on here to talk about my grandpa. You don't even fucking listen.
Yeah, fair. I think if I saw someone who looked that much like Walter Matthau, I might just think, is this Walter Matthau? Is he back from the grave?
He's back. I'm back to do some Marvel movies. They want me back for Ant-Man 6.
Oh my god, what character would he play?
Oh, the tarantula.
Do you even know who the tarantula is?
Is that a real character?
Yeah, Spider-Man. I mean, I'm getting
I'm
nerdy
sick
here,
of
but-
nerds. I'm sick of nerds. Nerd culture's too much.
I get it.
Go back to the library. They're being in my movie theater. Nerds.
Oh,
And I know I look like I make my own PCs, but I don't know anything.
yeah, you look like a dungeon master or something.
Yeah, I'm not that guy. I'm actually pretty cool.
You look like you have like a D20 in your back pocket or something.
What is
I
that?
just think.
I've got a D20 in my front pocket. What are you talking about?
Too good. Oh my god. Well, before we move on from cartoons, where did you get inspired to become a cartoonist, and where do you take your influences from? Because I saw like Ren and Stimpy vibes, kind of.
Ren and Stimpy, great cartoon. The guy who created it, not the best guy. These guys are cartoons.
Same with the guy who made Earthworm Jim. Apparently, he's a.
Doug Tenaple doesn't care for the
raging
gays. But he loves earthworms. What can I say?
Unless you're a gay earthworm, then you're.
Gay earthworm? You cut them in half, they're bisexual.
That's right.
Hello.
Science.
Thanks for coming out. Maybe I am a nerd. I didn't know.
Just not a comic nerd, yeah.
And I'm big in the Looney Tunes.
Oh, hey,
classics.
Looney Tunes. Yeah, they don't get enough love anymore.
That's because they're fucking up the franchise with Space Jam 2 and...
Oh,
I never
yeah.
saw that one.
Me neither, but I know it's... You know
I know
what
Big Chungus is in that apparently, though.
Who?
Does anyone not know Big Chungus?
Memes.
Yeah, it's like this meme they made from a certain episode where Bugs Bunny was extra.
It was
hefty.
the one where Elmer Fudd was digging for gold.
Episode 342. Here we go.
It was an early Bugs when he was still not cool. He was kind of a dick. He was like Woody Woodpecker.
Oh god.
I hate Woody Woodpecker.
Oh my god, the worst.
Woody Woodpecker's an asshole.
Well, just
He's a bully.
He's obnoxious.
He's a cunt.
You went there.
That's right. I'm calling you out, Woody Woodpecker. Come get me. Fight me and my grandpa.
He's from like the 1930s, so I'm sure his creator is long
I
dead.
had 40s.
Yeah, you're just a nerd for different stuff.
Yeah,
You're a nerd for
I'm just a nerd for
cartoons.
things that people aren't into right now.
Yeah.
I don't like superheroes, but I love Daffy Duck.
So you're a nerd and a hipster kind of then. You're trying
I'm
to.
a hipster?
Yeah, well, if you're into stuff that's not popular anymore, you're a bit of a hipster.
It's not my fault. I want it to be popular. Oh, wait, are you saying Bugs Bunny isn't popular? Who here loves Bugs Bunny?
I'm not trying to hate on Bugs Bunny. I'm just saying I don't see that many kids who are like, oh, I gotta go watch Looney Tunes.
That's
Like,
because kids are into like fucking Paw
GTA
Patrol
5.
shit. Yeah, Roblox.
oh yeah, God, my son plays Roblox all the time.
You big into Roblox, son?
No, not that.
No, he better not be anymore.
He still plays Minecraft though sometimes, right? I don't know if I'm outing you. Because I have Minecraft.
Find out what a vagina looks like, for God's sake. It's about time. Grandpa agrees.
He's not even 15 yet. I know he's 6 feet tall, but.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Oh, well, yes, if it was allowed.
You know what? It's not time. Vaginas don't exist.
Wait for the
Come with me and watch Bugs Bunny. There's no vaginas in it. Not a vagina to be found.
Except for when Bugs dresses up.
Yeah.
He looks
I
like
always
he-
find it funny. It's like, he thinks it's a woman, he wants to fuck him, and then he sees the tail and he's like, ah! Is that transphobia or just you don't like rabbits?
That whole dynamic is extremely bizarre.
It is.
Well, do you have a question for Jeff? Before I do my last couple here?
Why, yes, I do.
Okay. Oh, I thought you came prepared and I was ready.
Jeff,
Yeah.
who was your best friend in grade school, and do you have a story about them?
I didn't have friends in grade school.
That was short.
Did you want to be your friend, maybe?
I wasn't very social.
Oh, damn.
No, it's funny.
Okay. You say
I had
so.
friends, but they were fair weathered. Because I had a Sega Genesis and a Super Nintendo.
Those kind of friends.
Yeah.
And your mom was cooking pre-dinner dinner. They're like,
Oh, she
"Sweet."
was making cheese garlic bread for my fair weathered friends.
Oh.
Do you want some? Sure.
He was just eating something.
Me want garlic bread.
Do you have a favorite food? I don't know if that's a weird question to ask.
Fried chicken. I gotta stay away from that shit.
Mary Brown's. Do you have a favorite fried chicken place?
You know it's Popeyes.
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 Why? Because of the cartoon connection?
Hey, Jeff, eat some chicken. That's my Popeye impression.
You're supposed to eat spinach if you're a Popeye fan.
I'm not that big a fan. He's not gonna push me into spinach. Then Bugs Bunny. I ate carrots because of Bugs Bunny as a kid.
Oh, right.
Really?
I
Okay.
sat under the table and pretended I was a rabbit. That's why I didn't have any friends. 'Cause I did shit like that.
That'll do it.
I was 14. His age. So you're doing better than me.
Well, I want to know if you've ever had a supernatural experience or something you couldn't explain.
I've never believed in ghosts, but I've been smoking so much weed and live in such an old building that every time I hear a noise, I'm like, shit. Do they exist?
I've had those moments for sure. And
I
it's
don't
always
believe
when
in
you're
them,
high.
but I'm just like, if they do, I don't want to upset them by not believing in them. Yeah, it's like, you don't believe in me? Sorry, I'm high. But no, I never had a supernatural
Nothing, eh?
type of brain. No.
Nothing weird where you're like, what the fuck was that?
Yes, but I was very high, so
Okay.
no.
So it's easy to write off the next day.
Yeah,
Fair.
it's probably just a homeless person screaming in the streets.
Help me.
I live on Bank Street.
That'll do it, yeah. Which part of it?
The part with the screaming hobos. Just open your ear and you'll find me.
All of the whales.
Yes.
Do you have a big pet peeve?
I have so many.
Okay, well, let's hear it. Top 3 maybe?
I don't dwell on them. Let me think. Like, I'm sure everyone agrees. Just people who just liars, but for no good reason. Just people who you can tell they're full of shit.
You're doing it for the thrill of lying?
I
Like,
gotta talk to this person like they're not full of shit.
you see right through it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I read you like a book, buddy.
No, I hate is people who reverse into parking spaces.
I actually love
Sorry
those
if you're one of those.
I think those people are.
I don't know why. I know it's
Saints
hard
on
to
earth.
get out and all that, but no.
It's a safety issue.
Is it? Is it a safety issue?
Yes, it is.
Wait. You mean they're doing it as like a safety precaution, or?
Yes, it is. It's a
Oh,
safety
really?
precaution. Sorry to tell you that.
No, that's okay. Everyone wants to hear us talk about parking. It's super riveting shit.
I've never driven a car.
In your whole life, a go-kart?
My aunt tried to teach me, and I'm like, this is bullshit. I'm not gonna continue this.
My
I'm not a
wife,
driver.
I gotta call out my wife here because she's had her G1 like 5 times, I think, and she always lets it expire before taking it to the next level.
Me and Matt will learn together.
Oh, so she's gonna learn with my oldest, yeah.
She's not gonna learn. She's like me. Let her be.
Yeah.
I'm not the one pushing for it ever, no.
You drive your wife around.
I do. Honestly, it makes me feel like I have like worth and value for sure.
Exactly.
Because she's so amazing. She's an ICU nurse. She's just an amazing human being. So I'm like, I can drive you to work. A little bit of, ego boost.
So if she didn't have a job you respected, you'd be like, take the bus. You were at the Shoppers Drug Mart? Have fun walking. You can buy bus passes there.
Oh man. I don't know what I was worried about. This was amazing, man.
Oh,
I think are we good? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's watching the time. I lose track of time easily. So are we like we're in the pocket?
Yeah, you're in the pocket.
Give me that big last question.
Another 5. All right. Shit.
That's right. Time flies.
Yeah, I mean,
When you're admitting you have no friends and can't
pretty much out of it. Does anyone from the audience have a question for Jeff? To show how unprepared I am, not having enough questions.
Anyone want to know anything about this? Anything. Fun.
Open book right here. No? All right.
I was hoping you would impersonate Marge Simpson.
I'll do. If
I can
anyone
do that.
watches Simpsons now, that voice actress is on her deathbed.
she's on.
I'll do old Marge.
Okay.
Homie! Kill me, homie! I'm 87 years old! They gotta cancel that fucking show.
They just keep backing up money trucks to her house. though.
Elderly.
Oh yeah. But she's the only one where you can really hear it.
Well, that's because she talks like this. That's gonna kill your throat.
Yeah. Do you notice it in Selma and Patty too? I guess it's all across.
They've always sound like shit though. I can do a good Selma.
Okay.
Now say, my name is Homer Simpson, the lowly dog, in a dog's voice.
Yeah, I think that deserves a round of applause.
That's my only skill.
I used to be able to do a pretty good Frink.
Let's hear it.
Well, my calculations,
Pretty good, right?
That's good.
Oh, thank you.
That's a good drink.
I like that.
Give me
My
one.
party.
Give me one. I'll give you one. Give me a Simpsons voice.
Okay. Let's do Mr. Burns.
Smithers. Hey, Smithers. Hey.
Oh my god.
Smithers.
That was the wrong. I can
Oh yeah,
do that.
Duapu.
Even Hank Azaria doesn't do a poo anymore, so I'm not touching that one.
Bitch. He's scared. I'm like you. You interviewed Biff naked. You're a.
That's the marker?
Yeah.
For being okay with. No, I can't. I
Got
can't do
Biff
a
on
poo.
your side.
I can do a better Burns than you, I think, but.
Oh, let's hear
Wow. Okay, Oprah. Let's fucking hear it. Smithers. Smithers. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I can do that. Yes, sir.
What's wrong with your voice?
Sector 7A.
G.
Wait, what?
Do Dr. Hibbert.
Dr.
That one I'll do just because the laugh. I can do the laugh.
Okay.
Pretty good, right?
Yeah.
Nice. I don't know if this is what people came to see.
No. This is the worst part of the interview. No one listens. No one's letting.
All right, how are we around that 5 minutes? Pretty good?
I think it's time to move on.
Yeah, all right.
Smithers, who is this?
Insolent.
Insolent old man. Smithers.
Yeah, you're asking for another roast over there with that kind of comment. All right, well, thank you so much.
Oh, of course.
And we'll, of course, get everybody come back up again. Great chance. Put up for Jeff Davis. Onto the purple page.
Oh.
The colors don't really matter. This is a guest I'm very excited to talk to. She has been on the show before. She's a return guest. She was originally on in February of 2020, moments before the pandemic, episode 17, I believe. But so much has happened in her life since then. She won the Yuck Yucks competition here, the Mike McDonald Summer Comedy Competition, which ended last September. Yeah, she's a very talented improviser. She was just on a JFL showcase here in May, which is interesting because last time I spoke to her, she said that she views comedy as more of a hobby, but some of those accomplishments would say otherwise. So we'll ask her about it. It's Christina Muehlberger, everybody. Whose name I can impressively spell from memory. Muehlberger, Muehlberger.
That was amazing.
Right?
Follow me. Don't. It's just pictures of my baby.
How are you?
I am so nervous right now.
Really?
I don't know how to sit. I thought I was going to be on a panel with 4 people. I'm very tired. And then I got here and it was like, it's one-on-one, and I texted my husband being like, oh, and he just wrote, oh no.
Oh.
And I have not heard from him since. I think he's worried about. He's like, you haven't had a sane conversation with me since December when I birthed our son. This is going to go poorly for you. And I went, I don't think that's wrong.
Nonsense. We were one-on-one when we podcasted in my basement, and that went just
was
swimmingly.
far less sleep deprived. Jeff did Simpsons impersonations. I went in the bathroom before coming on stage and found out dried num-num. Then as kids, it's like a cardboard cracker. It was just dried in my hair, and I showered before the show. So it was
Been in there for a while.
so in there, it was still there. Anyways, how are you?
Pretty good. I don't know
I've
that
chosen an awkward way to sit.
I don't know that I can boast as many crazy life developments as you had in the last.
Very few
little
people
while.
can, thank you.
Engaged, married, bought a house, had a baby, all these comedy things. So in regards to married, house, and baby, I want to know what were the best.
I'm a woman, so I checked them all off. Just kidding.
Well,
That's a joke. That was sarcasm.
Your husband seems like a cool dude, I want to say.
He's a very cool dude. Let's not talk
isn't he?
about him.
No?
Yeah, whatever.
I
He's
saw him
fine.
like rocking out on stage. He's got some dance
He's
moves.
open for like, I don't know, Earth, Wind, and Fire. Is that what they're called?
Is it?
Yes.
Oh, well, I know them, but
Yeah,
he's
he
open.
opened for them.
Damn.
Yeah, he's way cooler than me. You should have him here.
Well, you can come on the pod, yeah.
He doesn't breastfeed at 2 in the morning because he sucks. So he's less sleep deprived than me.
Well, let's get into that then. What has been the biggest joys and the biggest challenges from buying a house, getting married, and having a baby?
This audience always already wants Jeff back. Like, bring the Simpsons back. She was just talking about motherhood. No,
I'm a parent. I relate to this. I want to know. Yeah, it's a huge
yeah, I
thing.
hope Jeff doesn't tell my son when he's 15 to find a vagina. Like, I will not be bringing him to Yuck Yucks. There's a big 2 years. Yeah, in the last 2 years, all of those things happened. The coolest thing, I mean, getting married was really cool. I didn't think I'd get married. I married a divorced dad who I think on our like 3rd date was like, I never want to get married again. And I was like, we're just seeing each other casually. He's like, I do nothing casual. So that was exciting. I really enjoyed our wedding. We got married in December. In our apartment because I really wanted to make sure he didn't back out. And then I got pregnant really fast. So I'm like, I'm locking you in. You open for Earth, Wind, and Fire. You're a Canadian band. You're going places. I love my husband. So that was really exciting. Obviously, having a baby was really exciting. I had him in December, so he's 6 months old now.
I remember asking you to come on the pod in November, and you were like, no fucking way.
I know, Howard was like, do you want to do a weekend at the end of November? I was like, no, I can't walk anywhere.
Yeah, you don't want your water to break up.
Oh, God, I was peeing my pants all the time. I still am. You said to get vulnerable, I am wearing like period underwear because I could pee at any moment. My partner was also like, don't grab your boobs on stage because I'm constantly just like, okay, I've got a little bit of time left before these bad boys leave. It's a thrill.
Not you want, yeah. Have you've been doing stand-up though, so you've been getting back out there.
Yeah, I've done some shows. I've done about 10 shows maybe since.
But how you pivoted on your viewpoint with your comedy career? Because you used to always kind of be, oh, well, this is more of a hobby, much to the chagrin of other comics who see how hilarious you are. And,
Thank you.
well, no, it's true though. You kill it on stage, and to be just like, yeah, I'm gonna keep it casual, I'm sure that infuriates many people.
Still firmly keeping it casual.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you did a JFL showcase, so what
I
did they
think
call you
most
up?
Ottawa comedians did.
Not this guy. That's okay.
Yeah, it was really fun. It was a cool experience to do it. It's really just doing your best 6 minutes more nervous than usual, is how I describe it.
But if they were to call you and say like, hey, we want you in Montreal for the
That would
fest.
be a super fun time, and then I would go back to my job.
So no matter what, like,
No,
no
yeah.
one's gonna rope you into this is your full-time gig.
No.
Not happening.
No,
Okay.
no.
One thing I really want to talk to you about, because I thought it was so cool, is your little boy is already a movie star.
Oh my God, he is.
He was in a made-for-TV Christmas movie, which we have a lot of those
Oh,
here in
it's
Ottawa.
not a Christmas movie. It's
Oh, it's
called,
not?
It's called Murder for Mommy. Look it up.
I was way off. But it does have Melissa Joan Hart, right? She was holding your child.
Oh.
Sabrina the Teenage Witch, if you don't
Like,
remember.
we all know Melissa Joan Hart, right?
Right? Yeah.
So
You grew up in that
I
era.
drive into the depths of Gatineau. Truly, I'm the worst mom already. There's like an open call for a 4-month-old. I'm like, yep, here we go, baby. He gets cast. He's adorable. Look him up.
Very
and
cute.
just find me after the show. I'll show you pictures. And so we get the call. I also think it's gonna be like a Hallmark Christmas movie. And he's gonna be like a cute little Christmas.
They do so
onesie.
many in Ottawa.
No, it's called Murder for Mommy. It's based on a true story of a woman who gets her daughter to murder the stepdad who's abusive. It's very dark.
Oh.
And my son plays baby Sammy, the brother of the murderer.
Oh.
Does he like witness the murder or anything?
He doesn't, but he witnesses a moment where she goes, "You're a dirty slut." And I was like, whoa! But then he made $250 and I was like, it's worth it!
And then you get home and the first words are like, Sandy's fat.
That kid has already made more money than I have in comedy. Like, it's dream.
That's a pretty cool way to start your life, I gotta say.
Melissa Joan Hart, I went up to her and I was like, I'm sorry, Sabrina. And she looked at me like, go fuck yourself.
That part of my life is over.
My apologies. Also, now she's playing the grandma.
Oh.
Like, that's how Hollywood goes, you know?
She's not that old.
No,
Is she 40s or something?
You're the grandma in Hollywood now. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dang, yeah, that's a bummer.
And she was a professional. She had to keep reminding me, being like, by the way, your son should be having a break now. And I was like, this boy can work all day.
Like, use your magic powers, Sabrina. You got this.
It's fine. He's weak. Strengthen him.
Oh, that's really, really cool. Dad, I know you are a big fan of Christina's. I have to imagine you've got a good question for her in store.
Oh, no.
A lot of pressure.
I didn't know there was going to be pressure like this. Right?
I also didn't know there was going to be pressure.
We literally
on
talked
the
about all
same
this.
page. So, congratulations on your little boy.
Thank you.
Now, what I want to know is, have your views changed on what is funny or comedy in general since becoming a mom?
Yeah, I'd say I don't do a lot of comedy about my son. I don't find parenting all that funny, to be honest. It's dark most of the time. So no, I don't think a lot's changed for me. I think always like a few funny things will happen with my son in particular, or with my husband sort of co-parenting and going through the stresses that are hating each other most days. And from parenting. But then I'll think to myself, is there an original take on this? And if not, I don't talk about it, because there's already 1 billion people talking about being married or, you know, raising kids on stage, that if I haven't thought of an interesting take on it, or I think something unique has happened, like the Sabrina the Teenage Witch thing, I think it's quite
unique.
funny. Haven't talked about it on stage till now, but maybe I will. I don't use it in any of my comedy, no.
Cool. Well, I actually kind of wanted, well, no, first I want to ask you this, if you had any crazy pregnancy dreams, because I hear this is quite common.
Oh, I don't think so. I always just have crazy dreams.
Oh, give me one of those then. What's the weirdest dream where you woke up and you were just like, what is wrong with me?
I have like a recurring dream, if anyone knows what this is about, where I'm a mermaid.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, and like just fun things happen. But I'll wake up in the morning and I'll turn to my husband and be like, oh, I was a mermaid again. And he'll be like, I was filing our taxes. And I'm like, what a sad existence to dream about.
Yeah, I love that merman dream.
Right?
Or I'm the merman, not like we're mermen are rescuing me or something.
Yeah.
I got the wrong idea.
I'm trying to think, I don't think I ever gotten a deep enough sleep pregnant to have two crazy dreams, because you're just like uncomfortable all the time and peeing all the time. And
What were your weirdest cravings during that time?
I didn't have many cravings. Someone asked me this the other day. The weirdest craving I had, I think I only ever had two, and one was for Nestle Smarties ice cream, which I don't even think is deemed ice cream. I think it's frozen dessert because it doesn't have enough dairy in it to be
Extra
ice cream.
bad for you.
Yeah, and the other one was, you know those chocolate bars that were popular in like the 1960s, the Charleston Chew?
Super easy to track down for your
Yeah,
husband,
my
I'm sure.
husband had to go. He went to North Gore and
Oh
found
my
it
God,
at
that's
a convenience
dedication.
center. I'm sorry, I pushed a baby. I'll
Yeah,
totally
fair.
fine. Well, this one time I had to take the highway a little bit. So hard for you. I had vaginal tears, but yeah, totally. That's
Sorry you had to get a big turk. Oh man. One thing I want to do with you, because we did this when you came on the podcast, you're a great improviser. You do Fringe Fest and all these amazing shows.
Yeah.
I was on the improv team in high school, but pretty rusty since then. But I had a lot of fun doing a little improv thing with you where we did classic, the alphabet game, where you do a scene and your sentence has to start.
Oh my God, I should have Googled the alphabet. Okay.
Okay, well, I think we got this. We learned it quite some time ago.
Just if the audience can yell the letter out.
Yeah, so you guys can spot us. And X and Z can go fuck themselves, because everyone knows those are a little bit tricky.
Xylophone.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Exactly counts for X in my opinion.
Okay.
And here's the scene, okay?
Okay.
The scene is your baby is with Sabrina the
You
Teenage
know the
Witch.
premise of improv is that you don't come with.
Well, I come with a, yeah, fine. I'm not gonna ask you. I really wanted to do this one.
Okay.
I don't have anything premeditated though.
I'm ready.
So, Melissa Joan Hart is
Yes.
telling you that she thinks your child is actually a witch. Now, do you want to play Melissa Joan Hart, or
This
do you
is
want to
hard for
play
me
you?
from my religious upbringing that this would be really.
Do you want to play you or Melissa Joan Hart?
I'd prefer to play Melissa Joan Hart.
Okay, I'll play you.
Okay.
And do you want to? You can start.
Actually, there's something I need to bring up with you before the scene starts.
but we're about to start filming.
Can you just give me 1 minute to tell you something super important?
Don't really have time, but I guess so.
Eventually you're going to find out on your own, but your son is a witch. A wizard? A witch.
A warlock.
A warlock, I mean. Fuck, are you serious?
Gosh, I didn't want to be the one to tell you, but yes, I've noticed a few things between takes.
Holy moly, are you saying he's some kind of devil child?
I am.
Jesus! We're at K.
I know, I'm trying to think.
Oh, okay.
All I can think of is kaleidoscope.
That starts with a C, I'm pretty sure, actually. Is it a K? Okay, my bad.
Kay, are you okay to go forward with the scene, or do you want to do an exorcism?
Love to.
Mom? She's on set with me. She's very good at exorcisms.
Nana is what everyone else has been calling her.
Okay, to begin with, we're going to just put our hands on the boy and we're going to call out, "Be gone, witch!"
Oh, projectile vomit
Oh,
everywhere.
did I miss a letter?
Oh shit, it was O. Oh, I did say O though. Oh! Projectile vomit is everywhere.
What am I on next?
Uh-oh.
P. Piss me, this is hard work.
Quiet down now, quiet down. We're trying to do an exorcism.
Usually, this would. Oh, my son's gonna be so dumb. Right now, he should be opening his mouth and expelling the wizard.
Satan. I can see Satan coming out.
That means it's working.
Ugly baby though.
Very honest of you as his mother.
Well, you gotta tell it as it is.
Are we on X now?
Yeah, you can just skip it.
Xylophone! Mom, not now! It's not the time to play!
You got all the demon out, I think.
Zoop!
Yeah! You got through it. Well, anything else you want to touch on before we wrap things up here?
I'm usually so much smarter than that.
Anything new and exciting going on in your life?
Don't be worried about my son.
Other than everything we've already covered?
Yeah, new and exciting. Not too much. My husband and I are co-writing a show together,
Cool.
like a show for a festival, hopefully in the fall. So if you follow me on social media, we're co-writing a show called Dad Jokes.
Nice.
Oh.
So far we're finding co-writing harder than co-parenting. I hate all of his ideas. But
Is he
yeah.
performing alongside you in
He
this?
would be performing and he really thinks he's so funny. And he is, but I'm like, I'm the comedian, let's back it up a bit. But yeah, so that's been a fun process. So far.
Awesome. Well, hopefully people will check that out and get into it whenever you guys figure out the writing process.
Yeah, other than that, I've got absolutely nothing going on.
Well, I don't want to keep you too long. I want you to get some beauty sleep and
And I have
catch
no
up.
Simpsons impressions. Thank you, congratulations on 100
Thank you so
episodes.
much. Yes, it's so great seeing you again.
You too.
Oh yeah, no problem. Okay, well, we've come to the guest of honor, as I want to say here. You probably know him from Just for Laughs. He's a veteran with that. You've heard him on The Debaters. His album, Panderic First Wave, was Juno nominated and is absolutely hilarious. So if you haven't heard it, go check that out on Spotify or wherever you can find it. And here he is. He's the pride of La Belle Province. It's Derek Seguin. Definitely stand up for this, Derek. Hey, I'm very, very happy to be speaking with you. I'm a huge fan of yours. And I do want to start off, actually, because I've been...
Oh, you're sitting on it.
Oh yeah, it's under your ass.
All right, rough start. Hey, Oliver.
Hey man. I've listened to a lot of your stuff for a long time, but in preparation for this, I've been really binging your stuff. So if it's okay with you, I actually wanted to start off with my impression of you. Is that all right?
Yeah, I'll do it.
This is my impression of you being asked why you're here in Ottawa tonight, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, doing this podcast thing, I don't know. Some guy, Oscar For George, I don't know, he seemed like a fuckface. I'm not expecting a huge turnout, but I'm a nice guy, I'll go. He's like,
Fuck, you have a microphone on me?
yeah, I'm glad that went over well. I didn't botch that. All right, cool. We actually have tons in common, I've been discovering too. We both have 3 kids, both divorced and share custody.
Okay.
Both have had hernia.
Oh shit.
I wanted to ask you about that. That's kind of where I wanted to start, because not a lot of people have experienced that, and I saw you posting about that.
I just got mine fixed, yeah, like 2 months ago.
What kind was it, if I can?
Umbilical.
Oh, I had inguinal. The groin. Oh
You
yeah.
got a lizard growing out of your fucking ass. That sounds terrible.
It's like the groin area on the side kind of.
I had that when I was a little kid. When I was
Yeah, I had it once at 8.
I had a double inguinal.
Serious?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had one when I was 8 and one when I was like 25 on the other side.
Did your nuts get really big?
I don't remember. I think you would remember that.
And that fucking strong because I don't know how long I lived with it, but fucking 8-year-old, you're going up to your mom. Who else the fuck are you gonna tell? I'm like, Mom, this fucking, I think this is a little too big. I heard about puberty, but tabarnak, I don't think I want it. And she's like, no, there's no fucking testicles that are supposed to be the size of your soccer ball. I thought so. I should be a doctor.
And the other one you just had, you're talking umbilical. So
Umbilical, yeah, and that one, like honestly, I had it for like 8 years, and just got older and older. It never really caused me any pain. It just, somebody took a photograph of me at the wrong angle, and I'm like, tabarnak, you look like a fat fucking asshole. And I didn't want to exercise, so I just said, I'll get the hernia fixed.
So you were aware that you had it for 8 years, and you just...
Oh yeah, I was aware. Tabarnak, it's
Well, I don't know.
You ever seen the Total Recall with that little fucking guy had the fucking little head sticking out?
Quanto.
I was every fucking Thanksgiving dinner. I'm like, fuck, I'm the butterball turkey that's ready. And trying to tuck it back in, and it's. So I didn't want to exercise, so I'm like, I could fucking trim off 2 inches off my bed end just by getting an operation.
So you must feel pretty svelte now then?
I do feel pretty svelte. Yeah.
Okay, well, talking about
No one else agrees with us, but all right.
It's all a matter of opinion. Yeah.
Before.
I want to talk about kids and parenting because I heard you talking about, I thought this was hilarious just the way that you phrased this, because one of your children graduated high school recently.
Yeah, a few weeks ago.
And I thought most people would put my youngest kid just graduated, but you made the distinction of saying my last kid, which I thought was very telling. And I want to know, have you had the snip? Is that why you put that?
No, well, the last one that I'm aware of. But fucking, I've been coming in girls' faces since 2008. So
I don't think that's how you make a baby.
Unless she's quick with the fucking squeegee and the fucking pretty sure.
Again, I don't think you can get pregnant that way, but
that's why I said it's the last one.
yeah, okay. You know where to aim.
The fucking blower nose one model.
Come on, my mother-in-law's here.
Oh, there's a video element to this podcast.
Oh yeah, my dad's
Really could have sold that harder. I was trying to use
Yeah, if you want to get more
descriptive audio.
audio.
I was trying to do descriptive audio for the video.
Yeah, you can get a specific.
You know, just like I do on the debaters. I'm always talking about chucking jizz at pussies in the debaters.
CBC loves that kind of stuff.
It's in the front row and like, oh, no. Sorry, I don't know what got into me.
Well, I know another story I heard you talk about with your kids was a really bad injury your son had, where he got all coked up.
Broke his arm. He got all coked up.
No, doped up. Morphine and all these types of
Ketamine. That's what they fucking give little kids. They give them ketamine to reset bones. And I'm like, fucking break my arm and call me sweetheart. Yeah, he fucked up his arm really bad. That's an old album though. Yeah,
I had you on a shuffle playlist.
He's like 285 pounds now.
Oh wow.
He breaks arms.
How old are your kids, if I can ask?
Well, you can't ask. I don't think I want to tell you because in my act they're still fucking little. What do I Pulitzer Prize winning writer? 15 years ago. It's still riding that.
It still works, yeah.
No, they're 23, 22, and 17.
Oh.
Exciting ages.
Well, okay.
You didn't can do some crazy shit at those ages?
Yeah, exactly. Why? As a parent, it's not exciting. It's
yeah.
fucking stressful. Look, my oldest daughter is in Greece right now. And I'm like, man, if I was going to Greece, I would want to fuck everybody. Oh no, my daughter! Son of a bitch! Oh man, it's terrible.
Yeah, especially with the girls. You know, my
It's
daughter's
like
almost 13.
I don't know, how old are you, Oliver?
I'm gonna be 38 in December.
38. So I just turned 50. And I actually have
You don't look it.
Oh, thank you.
Why did you say that?
Thanks. Shut up, 50 sucks. But I have friends, like I said, I have friends your age too in our business, you know, we have friends
course,
all. But I mean, I have friends 40 to 50 that are having their first kid ever. And I'm like, what the fuck, are you crazy? And they're like, yeah, well, you're lucky you're out of the woods. This is so hard having a... Baby, it's fuck all.
Yeah.
Baby, oh, it's shit. Who cares? Now I have a good, like a 17-year-old likes her first boy. I got a girl in fucking Greece. My daughter's in Santorini right now. They made fucking documentary about the fuck fest of Santorini. That's real stress. A baby shit somewhere other than a diaper. Oh fuck, panic attack. Oh, the baby's crying. I don't know. I can't sleep at night. Fucking imagine your daughter in a documentary in Santorini. Sweet dreams, Daniel. The older they get, the bigger the problem. So you're fucking like, my kids are all at an age where they can get stopped for drinking and driving and shit. It's very stressful.
Yeah, you're freaking me
Especially
out.
that I'm in the passenger seat. You're less drunk than I am, fuckface!
It definitely adds an extra element. Yeah, you're freaking me out because my kids are, he's almost 15, my daughter's almost 13, and then I got a 6-year-old, so the older two, you know.
You a virgin, buddy?
I fucking hope so.
Why? Want your son to be a fucking loser? Dude, I pre-booked the ticket to Santorini just in case.
Please don't lose your virginity in an orgy and
An orgy in Greece has all kinds of fucking...
it'll be a greasy orgy, yeah.
It's kind of more like because they like fucking in the ass, no?
I'm not privy to that information.
Fucking Red Caligula, man. Jesus.
Well, you know what? The Santorini's very romantic, so maybe she'll fall in love. Maybe it'll go the other way. Maybe it won't be a lewd situation.
I don't like somehow you make that better. She's in love.
No, you don't want to be a
This
grandpa.
guy that's fucking my daughter loves her. Oh, that makes it so much better.
It's gonna happen sooner.
Why didn't you say so? Jamie, is that jizz in your hair? He loves me. Oh, beautiful. What a nice story. I'm not gonna speak
I
well
tried
at all tonight.
I tried to get cute and it didn't work.
No, listen, I love, just for the record, I love my children. You know, whatever, I just love them, but they're fucking soul-sucking fuckers.
What are the older two, the boys up to?
So it's girl, boy, girl.
Oh, my
So
bad.
my oldest is a girl, my youngest is a girl. My boy just moved out with his girlfriend, actually, recently, last weekend, well, July 1st, whatever that is.
Yeah.
Canada Way.
Yeah, that's what, it's moving day in Quebec. We don't do Canada Day, it's moving day. It's true though, true story. You fucking Google it. There's no Canada Day in Quebec, it's moving day. That's what it's called.
That's right.
So I helped him and his girlfriend move into a place, nice place, whatever, you know, nice girl. I don't know. No, this is being recorded. So that's what he's doing. He work at a very fine dining restaurant. My daughter also worked in a restaurant. So lately I've actually been fantasizing, like, you know, when you go to a really nice restaurant and it's run good and it's always busy no matter when you go. It's so fun, like, oh my God, that was so fun to own a place like that. I'm like, oh my God, my son could run the kitchen, my daughter could run the front of the house. I could be like fucking Rocky, just walking through like, hey, what the fuck? This is my fucking Juno nomination. You don't get a trophy or anything. I would make one, because I fucking own the restaurant. And then, like, I just asked my son did graphic arts in school, in college.
Okay.
And I'm like, hey, can you make me a poster? No, I don't like working with my dad. I'm like, our restaurant dreams are quickly going out the fucking
Yeah, that's not gonna pan out. How are you on quitting smoking? I've heard that's a struggle you're taking on right now.
Yeah, I just started to struggle. Good, a little easy there. I don't like this.
Well, I smoked for 9 years. I say that as someone who quit
9
smoking.
years. Look at that. 9 years.
I started at 13. I was an early bloomer, if that counts for anything.
Do you smoke yet? What's your son's name? What's your name?
His name's Maverick.
Maverick. No shit.
Yeah.
Fucking
Cool name, man.
yeah. There you go. Bet he doesn't get bullied at all. That's
He's also 6 feet tall at 14, so that's gotta help.
perfect. Yeah, his ass is nice and high, so you can just go straight out when you goose him. Goose. Maverick does not like the Maverick jokes. You should have mentioned he was 6 foot tall before I started making fun of him. I forgot what we were talking about.
Smoking, quitting smoking.
Yeah. So I bought this book called Alan Carr's Easy Way to Quit Smoking.
I've heard of this.
That's the only step I've taken toward quitting smoking. It also should be noted I have not read a complete book in 13 years. So
Audiobooks then.
I'm actually 40 pages into this one, though. I kind of want to quit.
It's good for you.
But I mean, yeah, but like it's a fucking slippery slope. I'm a stand-up comedian, so I'm like I want to live longer, but I can't really afford to live too long. So I find the sweet spot. Like I'll quit smoking at like say 57, and then die at 57 and a half. Like 6 months, I see. Oh my god, my food tastes so good. That's how I die. I'll choke on a fucking chicken like nugget or something. This is delicious.
Oh, that's amazing. I saw that you were, correct me if I'm wrong, but you were Robert Englund's stunt double in 2007 in a film called Black Swarm?
How the fuck? What the kind of oh yeah, right, the internet. Yeah, I was. How cool was that
experience like? You know, was he just as cool with Freddy Krueger, right? That's pretty crazy.
Freddy Krueger part was really cool, and then fucking he likes really to talk about himself.
Oh yeah, you both have
And the theater, he plays Freddy Krueger. This was a shitty B movie where it's a perfect bee movie, but it was like a really about bees, killer bee, like genetically modified bees, whatever.
Black Swarm, yeah, that makes sense.
But now he's talking about when he did the run of fucking Hamlet in London, and I'm like, okay, brother.
Like, please kill me.
Look at your bee sting fucking acne put on now. No, he was cool. He was very normal. But I mean, he's an actor talking to, and I'm an actor. But I mean, among me, you're just like I don't relate to any of this. Like you know, Dame fucking Judi Dench one time fucking showed up drunk and barfed on your lap. I don't know.
What did you do stunt-wise for him? Like, what was required?
So here was the thing. I was just starting in show business at the time, and the stunt coordinator of that show was the head stunt guy in the city. And so there was a young girl actor in this movie, and the little girl needed a stunt kid, whatever. So the kid ended up being the stunt coordinator's daughter, which makes sense. Stay in the family business, whatever. But now I'm like, I would love to get into the stunt game in the city and making good with this guy. So I fucking sold it. But like, so there was a big explosion that we have to like, when they explode, and you have to go, and you go flying, whatever.
Land on a mat or something?
Land on a mat, that's right. Because like the camera's here, right? And you're running toward the camera, explosion, and then pa-pow! And I fucking sold it. I'm like, fucking and we both land on the mat. And then the director's like, all right, turn it around. So now I have to do the same action, except now the camera's back here catching me fucking. Now I have to jump in and gravel is where I now have to land.
Oh.
And I have to save the little girl too, because I want to impress the stunt guy. So I'm like, Gata! And then I fucking let her land on me, and I'm landing on the gravel. And I'm like, maybe I'll tell dick jokes. This stunt shit. It's a little much. It's a little much. Jeez.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure my dad's got a question for you. Because my dad, I should also say, is a huge fan of yours. When we landed this interview, he was very stoked.
Yeah, I can tell by all the World of Warcraft he's been playing since.
I was listening today, Derek, to a bit that you did about all the magical beings we associate with the various holidays, you know, like
Right.
Santa, the Easter Bunny, all that.
Yeah, yeah.
So my question is, what magical being should we have for moving day?
Canada Day. For Canada Day. Well, Canada Day, I don't know, like a beaver whose teeth fell out and gives blowjobs for free. Just came up with that right now. It may not be good. I don't know. Beavers are cute, but those fucking teeth are intimidating.
Government of Canada getting
Moving day, there actually is. When you're moving your children, there is a little mascot for moving day, and that thing just loses things that you don't want your children to have anymore, and replaces them with new things that you think they should have, like a camera that they don't know where you put it exactly.
Stealth mode, yeah. What's the most scared you've ever been in your life?
Oh, wow.
Or maybe it's the Santorini thing.
No. You know what? Like I have to say, I have really good kid. I think if they were really a problem, I probably wouldn't be able to joke about it.
Of course, yeah.
But Jamie specifically, who's in Greece right now, is such a good person. She's just really, you know, she feels a lot. She loves a boy right now that she shouldn't, but it's true. But, yeah, not that kind of love, you fucking jerk. Only I can say that. Don't even take it. Although there's a good story about that, which is maybe inspired the little gross love joke I told before. I'm gonna tell that story. How about that?
Yeah,
it involved a holiday too, like your dad asked about the holiday. So at Halloween, you guys remember? This is like 3 Halloween ago. Remember Netflix and chill became like a saying,
Euphemism.
or whatever. Euphemism. That's
Yeah.
it. For watching putting on Netflix and banging on the sofa or whatever. I think that's what it meant, right?
Yeah, we're doing something like that.
So at the time, my 14-year-old, 13 or 14-year-old at the time, comes home and said, Dad, we picked our Halloween costume. Me and Emma are gonna go as Netflix and chill. They want us to, they made us go buy iron-on letters to put on the T-shirt, whatever. Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, sure. I'd never heard of this. I didn't know what this was. So as I'm doing my little fucking art and craft with this idiot, my girlfriend's like, really? You're letting your daughter go as fucking Netflix and chill? I'm like, what's wrong with that? Fucking Netflix is but it's fucking, who cares? And I said, yeah, Andy, go get the T-shirt. So while I sent Andy down to get the T-shirt that her older sister offered to her, she had the red T-shirt. Emma's gonna do, so it's gonna be whatever, white letter on the red T-shirt and red letter on the white T-shirt. So Andy go downstairs to get the red T-shirt that her sister told her she could have. While she's down there, Angela is explaining to me what Netflix and chill actually mean. Andy go downstairs, bring up the red T-shirt. Oh man, I had to dig this out of the bottom of Jamie's hamper. See, she said I could have it, but I guess she wore it. And she bring it up, and I'm like, well, okay, whatever. You have to put it inside out. So this red T-shirt, Jamie's boyfriend had clearly used as a fucking cum cleaner. She turned it inside out. I'm like, man, I'm not fucking ironing anything on that. You're going as a ghost. Shut the fuck up.
That's too funny.
It's not, but it's whatever. But at least that one's true.
Well, I want to thank you again for doing this. I do want to ask you one last question, which we've been asking everybody this season, which is, what is the shittiest job you've ever had and why?
Oh, shittiest job was probably door-to-door sales of fucking pressure washing people's aluminum siding.
Oh.
Yeah, but I did it for like fucking an hour. But the guy that hired me, this is 1990, and people were like trying to start their own businesses. They were so excited about it. They really they believe, I guess, in their thing. And whatever, 17-year-old, I'm like, yeah. Excuse me. I just did that. I just went to the door. But he would stand there and like try to witness. And so I went to somebody's, I'm like, okay, let's try that neighborhood, whatever. I somehow convinced him to bring me to a neighborhood where I said I knew people, and I made him bring me to my friend's house. I think, let me talk to you. Going like this with the pamphlet, I'm like, please fucking let me in the house. I never want to fucking do this. And like, oh yeah, and the pamphlet, oh man, she'd invite me in. I'm like, okay. I'm not gonna, but it never came out. Leave me alone. That was the sales. It's funny, I did call center too for a second.
That's bad.
Dude, I couldn't, and I'm so shy. I know, it's not
Don't see
crazy.
me.
This is fine. Don't, if you come talk to me after the show, I'll be fucking kicking pebbles. I'm like, don't throw jizz at me, I'm really shy. But yeah, anything to do with, trying to convince people they need some bullshit that I know is garbage. I couldn't do it, I just couldn't do it.
Call centers are bad. I never actually did the job, but when I lived in Sudbury for 3 months, don't do it if you can avoid it. And there was this place that was kind of known around town that you could go there and get like 3 weeks of training and get paid for it all, and then everybody would just peace out before they actually had their first day on the job. You know? Yeah, it'd be sweet.
3 weeks of training to call and rip old people off? It's like excessive training.
Yeah, I didn't make it through.
You're putting out the fucking Captain Americas of embezzlement over here.
You know what's crazy too? After 2 weeks, I had an opportunity to come back to Ottawa, and I really wanted to go. There's something fun going on, and I wanted to get out early on the Friday that week, and I did what I knew wouldn't be questioned, and I told the trainer that I had shit my pants. Because I knew she wouldn't, front on that, and sure enough, I got out of there pretty quick.
The fact that you're telling that story like this tells me that you've never actually shit your pants at work.
Well, what age are we talking?
Some people have, so why don't you just fucking chill out when they're making it up as a fake excuse?
The last time that
I ended up in stand-up comedy. I worked at an advertising agency at one point, but I made the mistake the day after Taco Tuesday wearing a fucking tan suit to work. Now I'm a comedian. I shit in the boardroom.
I had one when I was, I think, 17 was the last time I did that as a fairly grown-up person, and it was after a night of drinking tequila. Got off the bus coming back from Blackburn Hamlet, and at the top of the hill where the old Pizza Hut was in Beacon Hill, and I thought I could make it to my parents' place. It was probably about a 10-minute walk.
Dude, I was at work.
Oh yeah,
I was giving a presentation. I was like, so this company's colors are blue and orange, and what we got, the sudden fucking, and then fucking you try to sprint out of the fucking,
That's definitely worse.
From the Pizza Hut to your parents' house, there's very little shame there. I worked with all women at the time too. There's 9 ladies there, just watching my fucking tan suit become less and less tan as I'm running out of the fucking boardroom.
Yeah, you win. Did Mom ever tell you when that happened or no?
I don't believe I've heard that story.
Yeah, because I was like at the end of your street, and it was either I shit my pants or I shit on my neighbor's lawn, and I chose the former.
Shows your pants?
Some things I don't need to know.
Well, because I was about to be home.
If we're telling fucking shit on your neighbor's lawn story, fucking.
We got time.
We're gonna have to make this a double episode. It's funny. I'm in town this week to go to Blues Fest.
Oh, right.
Yeah, which is the park, and there's it's weird. Even though I shit in the boardroom in my own fucking suit, it's maybe because I have a shit thing. I probably just didn't get enough shit done before I left, but I don't shit at work or at school or in yucks. Are you out of your fucking mind? I have a really weird shitting policy.
I get that. I totally get that.
But I also am a raging alcoholic. In fact, I do mushrooms all the time. Like, it's amazing that I've only shit my pants a few times. This isn't even a shitting my pants story. It's just like maybe something could have happened. But Blues Fest is one of those outdoor concerts, right? There's not going to be there's porta potties there.
There's always a huge lineup.
Nobody sucks. Yeah. I am not fucking
Nasty.
Yeah. So U2 was in Montreal doing one of the outdoor concerts, and I'd done so much mushroom, and I'm like, oh my god, it was almost over. I almost made it to the end, but not quite. And I just started meandering, and I'm fucked up. And I had broken up with my girlfriend this time, but I just crossed the Carrie Expressway. I don't know if you guys know what that is.
Nope.
Just wandered into a neighborhood whatever, and then I'm like, oh my god, I gotta shit and lie down, and I'm like, fuck. So I just fucking pass out on somebody's lawn. Before I lose consciousness, I call my ex-girlfriend. I'm like, I'm lost in fucking Côte-Saint-Luc. And that's it. Fucking, she found me. She found me and got me to a toilet before I shit my pants. Now she's my fucking girlfriend again.
That's a keeper, yeah, that's a keeper.
I think she chipped me, fucking.
GPS on your
How did you find me? I don't know.
Shit, man. Well, I guess that's about it. I'm so thrilled you were doing
Do you
this.
have any questions, Maverick? I had a 15-year-old son 7 years ago. Do you wanna know what happens?
How long?
Here's some advice, because my son did this mistake. I don't know, who's your best friend?
I've got a few. Terry's definitely. He was my best friend.
Does he have any kids?
Yes, he does.
Well, how old are his kids?
I gotta have to ask him.
Oh,
I should probably know that.
5 and 2?
5 and 2. I
All
would say 5 and
right,
3.
wrong friend. Who of your dad's friends have a daughter that's about your age?
I don't.
That's a fucking good answer, Maverick. Good work. That is the advice I was headed toward. If ever dad shows up with somebody though that does have a daughter approximately your age, you can bang her. Just be careful. This advice is really going nowhere. Just be careful. Just be careful. Just be careful when you bang everybody, actually, Maverick. Be careful. It's 2023. Say please and thank you all the way through it.
I love how involved Maverick's gotten in this episode.
He was trying not to be too. He was acting like, I hate comedy shit.
This is his first time at a comedy club, so good experience, yeah. And thank you, Howard, for letting him come. I wasn't sure if he'd be allowed, being 14, but...
And now he's let him in. We're doing shots later, man. Well, I can do all this if my kids are out of the fucking there. It's done. It's done. Well, not really. She's 17, but let's be honest, she drinks. Come on. All right, I'm gonna. Child services are gonna be looking. Thanks for having me, buddy. This is
And everybody, he's here this weekend. If you want to see Reilly doing straight up stand-up as opposed to this interview.
It's pretty well the same thing, except I'm not sitting down and standing up. I'll still be singing jizz all around the room. But I am here Friday, Saturday here at the
Please show up. Yeah, it'll sell out. So.
Okay.
All right, and thank you so much, everybody. Can we get everybody else?